Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Today I want to present my material about research methodology. For that I want to introduce myself. My name is Rafly HR and I come from 5BT class. Today I want to present about data collection. Before that I want to give you a table of content. First, concept of data collection. Second, types of data. Third, questionnaire. Fourth, interview, and the last, observation. First, concept of data collection. Data collection is the process of gathering and measuring information on variables of interest in an established systematic fashion that enables one to answer stage research questions, test hypotheses, and evaluate outcomes. The data collection component of research is common to all fields of study including physical and social science, humanities, business, and etc. Data collection is one of the most important stages in conducting a research. You can have the best research design in the world, but if you cannot collect the required data, you will not be able to complete your project. Data collection is very demanding job which needs throughout planning, hard work, patience, perseverance, and more to be able to complete the task successfully. Data collection starts with determining what kind of data required, followed by the selection of a sample from a certain population. After that, you need to use a certain instrument to collect the data from the selected sample. Second, types of data. Qualitative data. Qualitative data are mostly non-numerical and usually descriptive or nominal in nature. This means the data collected are in the form of words and sentences. Often, such data captures feelings, emotion, or subjective perception of something. Qualitative approach aim to address the how and why of the program and tend to unstructured methods of data collection to fully explore the topic. Qualitative questions are open-ended. Qualitative method includes focus group discussion, and interview. Qualitative approach are good for further exploring the effects and unintended consequences of a program. They are, however, expensive and time-consuming to implement. Additionally, the findings cannot be generalized to participants outside of the program and are only indicative of the group involved. Qualitative data collection methods play an important role in impact evaluation by providing information useful to understand the process behind observed results and assess change in people's perception of their well-being. Furthermore, qualitative methods can be used to improve the quality of survey-based qualitative evaluation by helping generate evaluation hypotheses, strengthening the design of survey questionnaires, and expanding or clarifying quantitative evaluation findings. These methods are characterized by the following attributes. First, they tend to be open-ended and have less structured protocols. Example research may change the data collection strategy by adding, defining, or dropping techniques or information. They rely more heavily on interactive interview. Respondents may be interviewed several times to follow up on a particular issue, clarify concept, or check the reliability of data. The third is they use triangulation to increase the credibility of their findings. Sample research rely on multiple data collection methods to check the authenticity of their results. Generally, their findings are not generalized to any specific population. Rather, each case study produce a single piece of evidence that can be used to seek general patterns among different studies of the same issue. Regardless of the kind of data involved, data collection in a qualitative study takes a great deal of time. The researchers need to record any potentially useful data throughout accurately and systematically, using file notes, sketch, audio tapes, photograph, and other suitable means. The data collection methods must observe the ethical principle of research. The qualitative methods most commonly used in evaluation can be classified in three broad categories. First, in-depth interview, observation methods, and document review. Quantitative data. Quantitative data is numerical in nature and can be mathematically computed. Quantitative data measure use different scales, which can be classified as nominal scale, ordinal scale, interval scale, and ratio scale. Often, such data includes measurement of something. Quantitative approach address the what of the program. They use systematic, standardized approach and employ methods such as surveys and ask questions. Quantitative approach have the advantage that they are cheaper to implement and standardized to comparison can be easily made and the size of the effect can usually be measured. Quantitative approach, however, are limited in their capacity for the investigation and explanation of similarities and unexpected difference. It's important to note that for peer-based program quantitative data collection, the quantitative data collection methods rely on random sampling and structured data collection instruments that fit diverse experience into predetermined response categories. Typical quantitative data gathering strategies include first experiments or clinical trials, observing and recording well-defined events, obtaining relevant data from a management information system, administering surveys with close-ended questions. In quantitative research, interviews are more structured than in qualitative research. Paper-pencil questionnaire can be sent to a large number of people and save the research time and money. And mixed methods. Some of the common areas in which mixed method approach may be used include initiating, designing, developing, and expanding intervention, evaluation, improving research design, and corroborating finding data triangulation or convergence, delineating complementary qualitative and quantitative research questions, time-intensive data collection and analysis, and this decision regarding which research method to combine. Third, questionnaire. Questionnaire is a research instrument consists of a series of questions and other prompts for the purpose of gathering information from respondents. Although they are often designed for statistical analysis of the response. This is not always the case. The questionnaire was invented by Sir Francis Galton. Questionnaire with questions that measure separate variables could, for instance, include questions on preference, behavior, and facts. Questionnaire with questions that are grouped into either a scale or index include, for instance, questions that measure first latent traits, attitudes, and index. The advantage of a questionnaire are first, large amount of information can be collected from a large number of people in short period of time and in relatively cost-effective way. Second, can be carried out by the research by any number of people with limited effect to its validity and reliability. Third, results of the questionnaires can usually be quickly and easily quantified by either a researcher or through the use of software package. Fourth, can be analyzed more scientifically and objectively than other forms of research. When data has been quantified, it can be used to compare and contrast other research and may be used to measure change. Positivists well believe that quantitative data can be used to create new theories or test existing hypotheses. And the disadvantage of questionnaire, first, to be inadequate to understand some form of information. Phenomenology states that quantitative research is simply an artificial question by research. There is no way to tell how truthfully a respondent is being. There is no way of telling how much true respondent has put in. The respondent may be forgetful or not thinking within the full context of the situation. And the last, people may read differently into each question and therefore reply based on their interpretation of question. Type of interview: informal, general interview approach, close fixed response interview, interviewer judgment, prior information, and the contrast effect. Strength and weaknesses. Possible the greatest advantage of interviewing is depth of details from the interview. Interviewing participants can paint a picture of what happened in specific event, tell us their perspective of such event as well as give to other social clues. Interviewing is not a perfect method for all types of research. It doesn't have disadvantage. There can be complication with the planning of the interview. Not only is recruiting people to interview hard due to the typically personal nature of the interview. And the last observation, as human beings, we are fairly equipped to pick up detailed information about environment throughout sense. However, as method of data collection for research purpose, observation is more than just looking or listening. Research simplifies define a systematic inquiry made public. Advantage and disadvantage of observational methods. First, strength of systematic observation is relatively free of observed bias. It can establish frequency and its strong and objective measure which involve low inference on the part of the observer. Second, reliability can be strong. Third, generalizability. Fourth, it's precise. And last, it provides a structure for the research. And the weakness is there is measure of unreliability. Qualitative material may be misrepresented through the use of measurement technique. Second, much of the interaction is missed. It usually ignores the temporal and spatial context. It's not good for generating fresh insight. The pre-specification of categories predetermines what is discovered and allows only partial description. And the last, it not ignores process, loops, development, and change. Okay, thank you for my presentation. I think it's enough. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.